Well, Chandler, Dennis, again, it's always a pleasure coming on and sharing knowledge where I can. So I appreciate you guys doing this. It's a great value that you can give to agents, to team members, to anyone that's looking to sell more insurance. So I've always valued these sessions, and so I appreciate you for having me on today. And for those of you that are taking time out of your day, thank you. I know your time, it's your most valuable asset. And so my goal today is for this to be a return on your time. Hope have you learned some things that can help move the lever in your agencies to write more life insurance policies, but also write more life insurance premium. And how can we systematize that? So we have these systems and these processes in place in our agencies to where we're writing the life insurance applications that we need every single year because it's just part of what we do, but we're also writing more premium. Okay. Now, for those of you that are on this call, if you're in a position where you write life insurance in your agency, go ahead and type apps in the comments if you feel like you need to focus on writing more applications, or go ahead and type premium in the comments if you feel like maybe, it's not the apps, but it's the premium that I need to focus on in my agency. Or even if you're a team member that's tuning in, what's going to take you to the next level? Are you really good at writing a lot of applications, but you're like, I need to get more premium? Or is it that you're writing a really solid premium, but your apps aren't where you want them to be? And a lot of you are like, both, Coulter, come on, both, give me both. That's what we're going to do today. Let me ask you guys this. And I want each of you to think about your process. Okay. Don't think about Coulter's process. Think about your process. Okay. But think like, why aren't you selling the life apps or the life premium in your agency? What's preventing you from doing this? Why can't you do it? Okay. And as you identify those reasons, what we go through today should help you. It should stick. You should have a place where you can hang your hat, but you need to understand like where in my process where's the bottleneck? Okay. And so as we get going, guys, what if there was a way for you to systematize not only applications, but also premium in your agency, in your specific role? Meaning you had this system in place that you knew if you just did it every single month, you would write apps and you write a lot of premium. And what would that do for you if it all of a sudden became predictable for you in your agency to write a lot of apps, write a lot of premium to hit your agency goals? Okay. Dennis, I lied. I am going to share my screen. Okay. Because I want to share with you guys this life insurance funnel. Okay. Linda, we're going to get into it. Okay. You hang in with me here. Okay. Can we see that okay, guys? Chandler, Dennis, someone in chat. There we go. Good. Beautiful. So if you are in a position in insurance where you are in a multi-line agency, you're writing auto and home, auto and fire policy, your P&C, but you're also writing life insurance. I want you to start to view writing life insurance in your agency with this life insurance funnel. Okay. At the top of this funnel, you see these smaller death benefits that we're writing, $100,000, $50,000, $150,000. What happens is when we write these smaller policies, they're now in our life insurance funnel. And towards the bottom of this funnel, you can see what's kicked out. $500,000 in term, $150,000 in whole life, $1.5 million in term. How do we do this? Okay. This is the life insurance funnel. And this is the approach that I'm going to teach you that can help you systematize apps and premium in your agencies to where, 150 life insurance policies a year and $150,000 in life insurance premium a year becomes just what you do. Okay. So I want you to think about this. At the top of this funnel, we've got these smaller policies. The approach here, okay, I'm going to teach you something. The approach here is I want you to think about like what your approach is to selling life insurance in your agency right now. Like when you bring up life insurance with a current customer, with a prospect, Are you going for like every single need? Like, are you trying to pay off every single loan that they have on cars, all of their debts? Are you trying to pay off all of the mortgages that they have, replace income for 20 years and pay for a funeral and leave money behind for the kids for education or whatever other goals that they have? Like, are you trying to solve every single need? Or are you trying to just pick one need to solve that? Okay. Think about your process. Which approach are you using? And I'm going to identify these two approaches. One is the sniper approach and one is the shotgun approach. Okay. The shotgun approach is trying to cover every single need, all the loans, mortgages, income replacements for 20 plus years, paying for funerals, paying for, education, everything else. That's what we're going to call the shotgun approach. Okay. The sniper approach is what we're going to call when you pick one of those needs, not all of them. Okay. With this life insurance funnel, the top of this funnel is your sniper approach, where you're picking one need to solve, not every single need. But then when you solve that need, they're getting pushed down this funnel. And now we're going to go for more of the shotgun approach, more of the comprehensive need. Okay. Early on, when I started my career in insurance, I was writing very little life insurance, and I was getting pretty frustrated. I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. Now, some of you might be there. You're frustrated, you're discouraged, you're like, Coulter, I'm bringing up life insurance with current customers, with prospects, but I'm not selling policies. One of the first things I would suggest looking at is, what is your approach? Are you using a sniper approach or are you using a shotgun approach? Again, sniper is covering one immediate need. Shotgun approach is covering every single need. Okay. What approach are you using? Go ahead and let me know in the chat. As of right now, over the last month, in your life insurance conversations, which approach are you guys using? Okay. It's good. It's great. How many of you on this phone call have experienced the frustration with people telling you, oh, I just need to think about it. I need to talk to my spouse. Or, yeah, why don't you just follow up with me? Or even like, it's just so hard to create urgency with life insurance because it's something that, you know what, I'm not going to die. That's not going to happen to me. Every time I pivot, Michelle, I hear you. Okay. Constantly, Seth, I get it. Okay. We're going to identify a few things that will help you understand which approach to use and when. Okay. Now, let me ask you guys, if you had to pick an approach, which approach would you use to sell life insurance? The sniper approach where you're solving one need, or the shotgun approach where you're solving every single need? Okay. And for those of you that are saying shotgun, I'd like to know why. And I kind of already know. We need to cover what people's needs are. Some of you might have a limiting belief in your mind, and you believe that if I'm not solving every single need, I'm doing a disservice to my customer and my prospect. Okay? You want to provide the most value. Truman, I'm with you. Okay? Which approach is better? Is the sniper approach better or is the shotgun approach better? Which one should I use? Should I use the sniper approach or the shotgun approach? Okay. My answer to both of like which one is better, number one, it depends. It depends on a few different things. We're going to go through those things. Depends on the interaction with your customer. Okay. And I'm going to give you guys kind of a checklist to kind of think through that will help you choose, should I use the sniper approach or the shotgun approach? Okay. I want to help you understand that you don't have to pick the sniper or the shotgun approach. You can use both of the approaches. A machine gun approach, Thomas. I like that. Is there a machine gun approach? We're going to cover the sniper and shotgun today. And heck, maybe we'll get into a machine gun approach later, okay?
All right, real quick, exciting news. We finally have the Win the Week weekly planners available for insurance team members. If you're in a sales position and you're in the insurance industry, I want you to know you've got unlimited things that you can do every single week, but you've got a limited resource of time. So what you choose to work on matters. My question is, are you using strategy, or are you just flying by the seat of your pants hoping that you hit your goals, hoping that you end up working on the right things? Listen, if you want to get to that next level, if you want to sell more policies than you ever thought possible, if you want to make more money and have that bigger, fatter paycheck, start planning out your weeks. Take time every day, set aside to review your last week, hold yourself accountable. Stop waiting for your agent to do that and just do it, right? Be proactive with your accountability, but then also make plans, make adjustments along the way so that you make sure that you're spending your time the best way, the most effective and efficient way possible, and you will work on the right things. And when you work on the right things, you'll start to sell more. So again, Win the Week Weekly Planner for team members is available. Check the comments below for a link to purchase, and we'll get you back to the training.
But when should I use the sniper approach or the shotgun approach? We're going to talk about that. But also, which approach should I use? The answer is it depends. And why can't you use both? Because you totally can. Okay? So, first things first. Okay, this is the top of your life insurance funnel. When should I use the sniper approach? When should I use the shotgun approach? Okay? Am I clear, guys, on what the difference is between those two approaches before we keep going? Sniper approach is solving one immediate need. Shotgun approach is solving every need. I think they are both important. I think they both play an important role, and they both help solve problems for people. Okay? But I want you to think about this in your specific role. Some of you are like, you're taking care of a lot of the service with your current customers, and you're also writing new business. And others of you are just taking care of your current customers, or you're just writing new business. I want you to think about each interaction that you have with current customers and current prospects, right? And deciding which approach to use, I think start using strategies. Ask yourself, how much time is my customer expecting to spend with me with each of these interactions? When someone calls in to just make a payment on their insurance, how much time are they expecting to spend with you? Let me know in the chat. Not long, like how long? Very little time, 1 minute or less, a couple minutes, okay? Not long at all. Okay, what about when someone calls in to change an address? Or maybe to like replace a vehicle on their policy? Or, you know, maybe add a homeowner's policy or review their policies, right? All of these interactions, we've got to think through the lens. We've got to think the way that our customers think and feel kind of what they feel, okay? So the first thing is like to understand, how long is this interaction? How long is my customer expecting this interaction to take? Okay, if it's going to be a shorter transaction, like in a minute or less, why would you not use the sniper approach? Something that you can solve one immediate need to mirror how long they're wanting to spend with you, versus the shotgun approach, which might take you 10, 15, 20 minutes. You've got to remember that they only were expecting to be on the phone with you for like 1 minute. Okay, so dependent on the transaction, I think depends on what approach you're going to use. So if it's a quick transaction, maybe the sniper approach is the move. Maybe if it's, you know, in a review appointment where they in their mind are planning to spend 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes with you, then maybe the shotgun approach is more the move. Okay, so how long are they expecting the interaction to take with you? Okay, think about that. Also, when they call in, if we talk about new business, I want you to think about the company that you guys represent. What policies do these prospects that are getting quotes with you, what do they associate with the company that you represent? What do they know you for? Okay. A lot of us is probably auto and home. Do they know us for life insurance? Okay. They know us for life insurance. Do they know us for these health insurance products that we might offer? No, they know us for auto and the home. Okay. And so we got to understand, again, Understand what your prospects are thinking and how they're feeling to allow you to understand what approach to take. Okay. What are they expecting you to help them with? They're your current customer and they're calling in with, some sort of service thing that they need help with, and they have auto and home with you. What are they expecting you to help them with? Their auto and their home. Okay. Are they expecting their bill to change? Okay. Like, these are all things you want to just start to look through the lens of your prospects. What do your prospects see? What do your customers see? What are they thinking? What are they feeling? The more that you can understand your prospect and your customer, the better you will be at being able to speak their language and help them at least get some sort of interest in getting a life insurance policy. Okay. So I think one of the biggest things is deciding what approach to use is how long are they expecting to be with you in that interaction? Okay. But also the timing. Okay. I want you to think about the timing of bringing up life insurance with your customers. Is the timing right? Maybe Dennis calls in to make a payment. I can just hear in his voice that he's rushed, but I recognize an opportunity that he doesn't have life insurance. But maybe instead of, like, if I don't feel like the timing's right, maybe I try to set up an appointment or let him know that I might be calling him back because I'm, and create some curiosity so he does answer the phone. Hey, Dennis, I'm going to look through your account. I don't know, when the last time someone has. It looks like you've been with us for 10 years. You pay us a lot of money and you continue to pay us, and we probably don't say thank you enough, Dennis. So thank you for being our customer. So some point today, again, I don't know when the last time someone looked through your policies, but some point today, Dennis, I'm going to look through everything. If I find some time, look for any potential discounts you might be missing out on or any potential gaps, holes, or concerns, Dennis. If I see anything, are you okay if I shoot you a call back? Right? I recognize an opportunity because he doesn't have life insurance, but I don't feel like it's the best timing because he's rushed. Maybe he's at the dealership trying to get the heck out of there, right? He wants his car insurance. Like, me going into a life insurance conversation when he's busy, when he's not able to fully engage with me or is trying to get out of the dealership. Yeah, the opportunity's there, but how's the timing? Okay. So pay attention to your timing. I think the biggest thing is what approach should I use? Well, it depends on how much time your customer prospect is expecting to stay with you. Okay. Mirror that. If it's going to be short, mirror it with a short sniper approach to life insurance instead of this full, big, comprehensive life insurance conversation. Okay. So in our everyday transactions, in our agencies, with people calling in to make payments, or people calling in to change addresses, replace vehicles, add policies to their account, I personally feel that the sniper approach is the approach that is extremely effective. Stop trying to cover every single need and cover one immediate need. Right? What are some of these immediate needs that we can cover? Well, pay off a loan. Just pay off one loan on a vehicle, or pay off a mortgage on a home, or even just pay for a funeral. Okay. What happens is you can get these smaller policies at this top of this funnel. And now we're not just going to stop there. So now we've got some sort of policy in place to pay off a loan for Chandler, right? Which is solving an immediate need. But is that enough coverage for Chandler? More than likely. No. But is there something that I could maybe do to maybe build that death benefit out with Chandler after this first one gets submitted initially? Yes. Is there a way I can systematize that? Yes. The way you can do that is through onboarding reviews if you're writing new business, and issuance reviews if they're your current customers. So you write the small policy to cover the one need, to pay off a loan, pay off a mortgage, pay for a funeral, replace income. And at the issuance of the policy, you set the expectation when you write the policy, hey, Dennis, I'm going to, as soon as this processes, I just want to make sure that we've got everything right. And this is exactly how you want it to be, just to make sure that when something does happen, this is doing exactly what you want it to do, right? I want to make sure that everything is correct on this policy. We've only got one shot at filing this claim. We need to make sure everything is correct. So once this thing issues, I'm going to get in touch with you and we're just going to review it. Only take 5-10 minutes. I set that expectation. I write the policy. It issues. Now I do an issuance review with Dennis. Now we can go after more of the needs. Okay. But as I wrote this smaller policy to cover one immediate need from the everyday transaction, because Dennis wasn't planning on spending more than 5 minutes with me. So I'm going to mirror him there. But then when we get that policy submitted at the issuance, that's when I'm going to go after and build more death benefit. Does that make sense, guys? Kind of that strategy and that approach. Let me know in the comments. You guys follow me? Okay. Telling you, take the complexity out of life insurance. A common thing that I see with insurance team members, even agents, is we're trying to do this life big comprehensive conversation where we're trying to cover every single need on a transaction where they're not expecting to spend more than 30 seconds with us. And so it's easy for the customer or the prospect to say, you know what, Chandler, thanks for the information, but I'm good. You know what, Chandler, I've got it through work. You know what, Dennis, no, I don't need it. Because in their mind, you got to think like they're not planning to spend that much time with you. So if you were to pitch Coulter when he calls in to make a payment, like I'm on my way to work or I'm on my way to my boys' football game, like I'm not really interested or in a position where I can listen to you about a life insurance conversation. Okay. Josh says, are you writing the instant issue policies for these 5-minute calls? Depends, Josh. Sometimes it's there if they qualify with age, or sometimes it's maybe just more of a term. But and you say I can't get through the normal application that fast. I think you can. Just do it multiple times, pull it up on yourself, and just get really comfortable with that application. Right? Find a way where you can systematize it so you can do it. Right? The more that you do it, the more comfortable you will get. Okay. And so it really can happen very quickly. We just need to understand how to do it, right? And this brings up a good point, Josh. I've been here in Oregon with an agency sales mastery workshop with agents and team members here in Oregon and surrounding areas, and we uncovered a limiting belief with one team member. He hasn't written any life insurance right now up to this point, and we uncovered the fact that the reason he hasn't done that is because he has fear. Okay. And fear is very general. Some of you might say, yeah, I have fear too. Well, what is the fear around? Is it fear of rejection? Is it fear of not knowing enough? And fear of not knowing enough, this is what we identified with him. It's fear of not knowing enough. Well, what do you not feel like you know enough about? Because there's different areas, right? We're still very general here. You can't just say it's fear of not knowing enough. Is it fear of not knowing enough about the product you feel like isn't allowing you to have confidence? Is it the fear of not knowing, like if they say yes, I don't know how to do the application and like that's it? Is that the fear? Or is it fear of like, I don't even know how to sell it. I don't even know how to bring it up. I don't know what I would say if I get these objections. Like you got to identify what that fear is. And with this team member, we identified it was fear of not knowing how to do the application. And that has been holding him back from having these conversations for the last, it's like 8 months, because he doesn't know how to do the application. You know how easy of a fix that is? All he needs to do, I told him, I said, look, stop avoiding the work. Just go and get good at the application. All you need to do is take 10 minutes a day for the next 2 weeks, pull up an application on yourself. You don't have to submit the thing, but treat it as if you're opening up a new application and just go through it. Telling you, if you do that for a week straight, that fear of not knowing how to do the application is gone. Right? But it's those things that we're in our minds, we think it's a bigger deal than it actually is. But once we realize, you know what? Got to first identify what the fear is. Well, I don't know how to do the application. Well, just start doing the application and learn it. So I'm excited to see how this team member implements this, but it really is the smallest things that keep us from doing this. Okay. You got to identify what it is for you. Okay. So we talked about the high level of the agency, or sorry, the life insurance funnel in our agency. You guys can systematize life insurance applications by solving one immediate need with the everyday transactions and even new business acquisition, right? They know you for auto and home. So get them taken care of with what they want and what they know you for. Okay. But then solve immediate needs for life insurance. And if you can, here's one tip that I would suggest is find a way to keep the life insurance coverage complementary and relevant to what they know you for, the auto and the home coverage. Make it complement, make it kind of mesh really well with the auto and the home coverage. So it's something that complements it, not something that's completely different. Okay. I'm going to talk to you about a few other things, and then we're going to kind of get into follow up. And also like these issuance reviews. So Vanessa, this is a great question. How do you identify immediate needs? Vanessa, I'm going to keep this very, very simple for you. Okay. LIFE. You guys know what that stands for, right? Well, I've been taught that. LIFE. Just always remember this framework when you're trying to identify needs. Loans. Are there any loans that they have that we could pay off? That's a need. Are there any mortgages that they have? That's a need. Do they have family that they need income replacement? That's a need. If something happened to them, who's going to pay for the funeral? That's a need. Okay. Identify those needs. And I'd really just keep it that simple. I mean, think about this. Think about this, Vanessa. On a given day, how many opportunities do you get where you're going to talk to someone that has at least one loan on a vehicle or a mortgage on a home? Just those two needs alone. You got to put a number on it. How many people do you get to talk to a day or interact with that have at least a loan or a mortgage? For the rest of you, identify it. What is that number? Is it, I get 2 a day? I get 15 a day? How many times? Like those are immediate needs, most if not all, right? So Vanessa, just start paying off loans, pay off mortgages. Okay. Cover drivers, cover young drivers, like just these small needs, these small sniper approaches. You're not trying to cover the full picture. You're just trying to cover a piece of the picture. Okay. And then what happens is it's a simple conversation we can have. Okay. And in the customer's mind, it's very simple. It doesn't lead them to analysis paralysis. Whereas if we do the shotgun approach and we're trying to cover every single need, it seems like a bigger decision than they were ready to make that day because they were only planning to spend 1 minute with you on the phone. They weren't planning to talk about $1.5 million in life insurance that costs them $150 a month. They weren't prepared to do that. But if you could make it just really, really simple, solve one immediate need, it makes a lot of sense for people. And it's something that they're okay to make that decision. Okay. To solve the one need, get them in the top of your life insurance funnel, and then use an issuance review appointment to help build that coverage out. Okay. Now, when you're solving these immediate needs, write these 3 things down. This framework will help. This is like the recipe to a compelling life insurance pitch, a compelling sales pitch of any kind. Problem, solution, and benefits. Make sure that in your pitch, when you're solving these needs, that the people understand the problem. They understand the risk that they face. And after you've been able to help them understand that problem, then talk to them about your solution. And don't stop there. You've got to give them benefits as to why it would matter for them in their specific situation. For example, Lisa, you've got this loan on your new 2024 Ford Escape. If you were to pass away prematurely, Lisa, this loan just does not disappear. I don't know if you knew that or not, but it doesn't just go away. There's the risk. There's the problem. This loan does not go away if you pass away prematurely. Who does it go to? It's going to go to next of kin, right? Someone's going to have to pay for that. That's the risk. If you die prematurely, you have this loan. It just doesn't go away. The solution to that risk is we have a coverage that can pay that loan off. That's it. Now, but what are the benefits? Why would Lisa even care? Why would that even matter to Lisa in her specific situation? Well, that way, Lisa, spouse and kids would never be in a position where they have to deal with this debt. They would never be in a position where they might be struggling to make this monthly payment, like on top of trying to deal with losing you. That right there, problem, solution, benefits will take your life insurance pitches to a whole new compelling level.